Alright, today we're making breakfast. We will be heating up the pan and putting a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. You don't have to put that much in. And we are making a delicious bagel sandwich with a sunny side egg and some bologna with Philadelphia cream cheese. And then we will also have some time, I'm pretty sure, to make what I give my kids for breakfast. So it's give yourself breakfast and your kids in a really short amount of time. So give me 1 second and get my spatula and my things going. I use brown eggs. I don't really care. I just use them because they were on sale. Not necessarily because I love them or hate them. I didn't know the difference. I just started using them. So get this out of the way. And then just move the oil around. Turn down the heat possibly just a little bit. Drop the egg in there. And you're not going to let the egg just with no seasoning or anything, so I just put a bit of pepper on it, just however much you like. I usually use, you've probably seen my husband use it before, it's the herb and garlic, salt-free from McCormick. This comes out a lot actually, but it's good anyway because it doesn't have salt. It just gives it a flavor. And then minced onions, only because I love onions, but I hate chopping them up. And then you're going to let that sit right before you have to flip it and whatnot. Give it a few minutes. It doesn't take too long. It's actually a really simple breakfast. I actually will also be using jalapeños towards the end. You can use whichever ones you want. I just love those. Those are delicious. And meanwhile that cooks, I get scramble my kids' eggs. That's how I get everything done. So then my scrambled eggs will go in this container, and I'll use the same seasonings for the scrambled eggs. Let's never break it. So scrambled eggs over here. Because I actually have to make this breakfast, and it's the easiest breakfast for me to make when I'm in a hurry because it's gonna be a little while now before I have to get to work. So let's do again the pepper before we scramble. Good amount of pepper, good amount of herb and garlic, and a good amount of minced onions. We will then continue over to check our other egg, which I think is ready for a flip. And yep, it is. We flip it over and we scramble. So we're scrambling. And you could put in as many eggs as you want, of course. I have 2 girls that are 3 and 4, so they don't need that much egg. And I don't know if you could hear them, they're in their room. They're doing a great job picking up their room. So excited. Spring cleaning. And I don't scramble like crazy because I just don't. So I'm going to throw these away because I don't need them, of course. And with their breakfast, I use bologna, if I can find it. I use bologna and I cut it up. And how that works, because they just have 2 eggs, I put 2 slices of bologna, and this is the bologna I use. Super cheap, super easy to find at every grocery store. I'll be putting all the things I used for it at the end, but then you obviously take off the little paper around the bologna. Throw it away just so you don't keep making a mess. It's nice to have no mess when you're eating and you're done. Let me get a knife to cut up this bologna all nice. So bologna. And I make breakfast, but I don't make dinner. My husband's the one that's really good at making dinner. He should be posting up something amazing in the next day or so. Maybe today, I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm disappearing to go to work today. So I'm kind of rushing this, and it's fine because that's the whole point of it. And my egg is done. Whether it looks beautiful or not, doesn't matter. And if your children if they eat it all or whatever, I usually make them toast or a bagel, which today I'll make them toast with just a bit of butter. You let this sit here for a few. And for my kids, I just use a bit of toast, throw it in the toaster, and just put a light amount of butter on it. Half of my breakfast is done. Half of their breakfast is pretty much going. And by the time I finish, everything is still clean, just because I didn't make a huge mess. And I let the bologna just brown a little bit. I don't let it burn, or I don't let it sit there pink or anything. I wait a little bit before I put the egg in there. We're done with the eggs, so we can put those away. Alright. And you could even start pouring their juice while their drinks are almost done. While their food's almost done. You get a chance to see my hair and my face. I just woke up because my kids wake up pretty late too. And what I could actually do is teach you guys how to make coffee, and I can do that in a different video because that doesn't take that long, but it might be too long, just a little too long for this video. So our bologna is pretty much toasted. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks great. And then you just pour in the egg. And again, regarding the mess, you can just throw it into the sink and rinse it with a bit of water and just let it sit, because then when you're ready to wash it, it's going to clear out right away. And they love their egg. Very well done. Very just golden brown, not necessarily too mushy. So I feel like they're going to get salmonella if it's too soft. But that's just me. Let it hang out for a little bit. And the bagels I use are there. Let me see what else I need. I might just throw in the butter to my toast, because my toast just popped out of the toaster. So let me just go on and throw that in there. Ooh. Just disappear for a few seconds, but here's a toast. And I love my toast. I put loads of butter in it. Loads of butter in it. I'll show you the butter I use, but you could use, again, whatever you like and whatever you prefer. Let me show you. I use that butter. Pretty generic, pretty easy to get, I believe. Not difficult. You can smear the loads of butter onto this slice of bread. Give the egg a toss. Give the egg a good toss, and it's looking really well. My kids love their egg toast and bologna with a bit of ketchup, so I'll start setting that up on to their plates. But this is the butter going back into the fridge where it belongs. I'm sure us moms like it when people cook and then there's no mess afterwards, which hardly never happens. But it is definitely nice. Alright, so then get my kids' plates, divide their toast. And what I do, lay the toast there. Put the toast wherever it falls, up, over, around the bread. They make a mess of it anyway. Alright. And there they are. And I will clean the pan really fast because I need to toast my bagel in it. And I don't want bacon gunk on it, even though I'm going to use bacon on mine. I don't like my bagel greasy or oily. I like it to be firm. So it only takes just a good wipe down. I wet it and I put a little bit of warm water to it, so it's all ready to go. Make sure that they both get an even amount of egg, so they freak out. I'm sure you have kids, you know that. My hands are clean. No need to worry. And the ketchup. Splattered over everywhere. I will put the ketchup on the side, and I like to put a happy face because they love it. It's kind of a retarded one today, but ketchup, happy face, love. Alrighty, so while I put their food on the table for them to eat, then I'm very close to finishing my breakfast too, and it hasn't taken that long. So here's my bagel. I get a whole wheat bagel just because I love whole wheat bagels. I don't like too much seasoning on my bagels. And then let it sit there. Let me put a spoon on here for these kids, or a fork. Better. Alright. Girls! Breakfast! There you go. We got an extra plate left over. Yeah. Let me put my pants up and the orange juice, which they love. Give me 1 second, I will do this.
Mom, will you?
Alright.
Can I do it?
No.
No, maybe Mom is doing it.
Go for it. Eat.
Eat.
Eat away, eat away. And then, waiting on my toast. I can actually put the temperature on higher just because, again, I'm in a hurry. Their toast, I'll be putting it away. I like my bread in the fridge. Lasts longer. I'm done with my bread. Again, roll that around. Put the clip into it and dump it in the fridge just because that's where I put everything. You could wipe around. The bologna knife, done. The spatula we might still use, but all the seasonings are done with. Everything is pretty much settled. All you have to do is just put mine together. The girls are already eating. Nobody's bothering you. I actually get a bologna for mine too. I almost forgot. Kibis. Let me see. Bologna, take the thing off. There you go. My sandwich is actually something I just started making a few days ago, and I loved it. I don't know what I would do without it. I was actually going to go and get breakfast at Starbucks and different places, and I don't want to spend the money anymore. I can't spend the money anymore, so it's really nice that I don't have to because it's really cheap. It's like $5 for that packet of bagels at my local grocery store. And this is my Philadelphia cream cheese. I use just a little bit of it. And you can tell my toast is a little burnt, just pretty good. That's the way I like it. You don't have to do it that way. That's the way I like it. It's really good that way. I have, since I started, I left this cream cheese out, so it's pretty soft. And it's going to be easy enough to just smear throughout my bread, my bagel. And because my egg is sunny side, I like it to go on top, right under the first layer of the bagel. Catching up with the cleaning, putting away the cheese. Hope I'm not taking too much of your time, but I mean, for 2 meals already done, this is great, I think. That's the bottom of my bagel, and again, slightly toasted. You don't have to get too crazy with it. I like to burn my bologna a little bit. I like it to look browned enough. So, I'm going to let it sit there for a little bit and then put pressure on it. That's what I do. I don't really care for it. For me to be gentle when I'm cooking, especially this stuff. I love my spatula. It's my favorite spatula. In case anybody's wondering, I got it at Ross, so you probably won't be able to find it again. But, because they have all kinds of junk there. So, you could by now turn off your... Let me see. Let me show you my bologna. It starts off pink, but when I'm done with it, it's pretty burnt. And I like that, personally. Let me show you here what I am doing now. Well, let's just tilt this down. Done with this. No hazard, so I'm going to get rid of my hot pan and put it over by the sink. Here's my bagel, the bottom half. I put the bologna on it. My top one is the only one I put, and that's to your choice. I put cream cheese on it. You could put it on the bottom too, but I feel like it gets too messy. Oh my. Well, this is my breakfast, so I could do whatever I want with it. But then the egg goes up here, and then this goes here. And the jalapeños, I like to add as I go. And a little jalapeno juice, just drizzle it inside. And I swear you're going to love this. If you like egg and you enjoy a good hearty breakfast, you're going to enjoy it. So let me know how you like it. I'll be drinking coffee, and I can teach you how to make that tomorrow. And thank you very much for hanging out.